Ever wonder why you feel sleepy right after lunch? Why is your mood instantly lifted after having a piece of chocolate that you had been craving? The secret is in your food. For the longest time, medical science did not fully acknowledge the connection between food and mood. But thankfully, with the field of nutritional psychiatry finally catching up, we are here to debunk how the food we eat affects the most powerful organ in our body, the brain. Being the building blocks of growth and development, proteins and amino acids are capable of manipulating how we feel and behave. The complex compounds in our food stimulate the brain cells to release neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine, which in turn affect our mood, sleep, and attentiveness. It is interesting to note that 95% of serotonin is produced in our gastrointestinal tract, which is lined with millions of nerve cells or neurons. This is one of the reasons why we feel alert after a very proteinous meal. Have you ever felt a certain calmness after eating a plate of pasta? Now you know the reason why. Carbohydrates. Our brain only constitutes 2% of our body weight, but it uses nearly 20% of our energy. With this amount of energy, you can actually power a dim bulb. But where does this energy come from? Most of it comes from the carbohydrates that our body breaks down into glucose. Carbohydrates come in three main forms: starch, sugar, and fiber, and each form affects our body differently. Do you have a hard time concentrating? Try eating oats, grains, and legumes. As they have a slow glucose release rate, they help us stay attentive for a longer time. On the other hand, food items like white bread cause a rapid glucose release into our blood, which then dips drastically, making us moody and unattentive. But simple sugars simply cause a rise in blood sugar level, thus forcing the pancreas to secrete insulin. Now this insulin causes a dip in blood sugar level. Although our muscles can use up the reserved fat cells to make up for the low glucose, it is practically impossible for the brain to do the same. That is the reason why consuming simple sugars like donuts make us anxious and irritable, often craving for a second one. Take a guess, which is the fattest organ in our body? No, it's not your arms or your tummy. It is the brain. 60% of the brain is made up of fat. Essential fatty acids, omega-3 and omega-6, are proven to prevent degenerative brain diseases like Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Omega-rich food like nuts, fatty fishes, seeds help in creating and maintaining cell membranes. This is what we call good fat. Now coming to the bad ones like saturated and trans fats. We know you love your fries and crispy chicken, but sadly, fast food and junk food reduce neuroplasticity, the process which allows the brain to store experiences as memories. It is needless to mention that junk food is globally infamous for causing obesity and type 2 diabetes in children. Carbohydrates, proteins, and fats are not all that our brain requires. No matter how gigantic the machine is, it will all fall apart in a second if the tiny screws are removed. Similarly, traces of minerals like copper, zinc, iron, and sodium are absolutely essential for maintaining brain health and cognitive development. Micronutrients like folic acid, vitamin B12, and vitamin B6 enable the nerves to adapt and avoid damage, thus improving memory and fight stress and depression. Eating might seem like a simple process. Feel hungry? Grab a bite. Sounds easy, right? But unfortunately, it isn't. Every innocent bite that you take has a significant impact on your brain and thus your reactions. There are more than 100,000 chemical reactions happening in the human brain every second. So the next time you pick your food, choose wisely. Here's a brain teaser for you before you leave. Humans share 60% of their DNA with bananas. Share your experiences of food on your mood with us in the comment box below. See you on the next episode of Mind Wars Know It All.